Hi, my name is Paul Stradowski. I'm president of HR Partners, a human resource consulting firm. I specialize in online training, compensation, and performance management. One of the services I provide to my LinkedIn human resource connections is an interview via video conference, which will give you a chance to take a look at the candidate in person and see their personality and get to know them a little bit better. Today I'm interviewing Joe Welsh. Joe, you want to tell me a little bit about yourself?
Sure, Paul. I'm a human resources leader. I've got a lot of experience in change management, driving companies from point A to point B while keeping morale up amongst the teams. My history has started in financial services. I worked in a variety of different industries as a consultant. I settled on human resources many years ago because I have a passion for people, and I like to see how I can help them benefit from their career paths and not get stuck someplace. Having a more engaged workforce, I believe, is overall best for the company.
Yeah, great. Uh, what do you consider your biggest professional accomplishment?
Uh, the one thing I'm most proud of is an internship program that I created when I was in financial services. I'm still in touch with some of the interns that went through that program. They were in college, a little confused about their path. One was looking to get into trading. He ended up a partner in a law firm today. I'm still in touch with them and proud to say that I had a hand in their development.
Okay. I noticed at your last company, Transparent Business, you spent a fair amount of time developing human resource metrics. I'm a big believer in measurements. Because can you tell me a little bit about that?
Sure. So we were looking at the most efficient way possible to hire, in one specific case, the sales team. We were looking at a sales team on a national level, fully remote, fully unpaid until commissions were collected from a client to be paid to the salesperson. So we got that time to hire. Everyone looks at a critical time to hire and cost to hire down to a matter of days turnaround. I was able to interview, whether in person or remotely, vet and onboard candidates in sales in about 48 hours or so.
Wow, great.
All in. We were moving very quickly. Yeah, we were moving very quickly to get these guys up and running. And then the onboarding piece was an ongoing thing. We had ongoing training, we had regular training, a regular training cadence on a weekly basis. As needed, they would come in, but every other week was mandatory.
Okay, great. Um, what was your biggest professional screw up mistake? This is my favorite card.
So yeah, so many mistakes, but I don't view mistakes as mistakes if I learn something. So I don't look back and start saying, oh, well, I did this wrong or that wrong, because if I've made myself more aware or grew from it, it's just part of the process and not a mistake. But to highlight one specific mistake that I feel I've made, I resigned from JP Morgan. I was leading a project, at least a portion of the project. I was told I would never finish it. I did finish it early, and in response to that, they moved my job overseas.
Oh,
So
great.
instead of waiting around to see if they may have had something else, I sort of resigned in protest, and I do regret that decision. It was impulsive. It's not my norm. I've learned to kind of sit on my hands and collect more data now before pulling the trigger on something so serious. Obviously, great team, love the team, but like I said, it was a mistake being so impulsive, and I have learned a hard lesson to be very, very cautious before making rash decisions.
Yeah, I learned that lesson early in my career also the hard way. Tell me a little bit about your personal situation, your family, your outside interests, hobbies.
Sure. I'm married. My children are 14, 12, and 6. The 12-year-old is my daughter. The other two are boys. Um, right now, stuck at home with everybody, part-time teacher, full-time father. I enjoy woodworking. My wife has a craft business that she runs. I like to get involved in that. We make chairs, flower boxes, things like that. And I love to kind of get my hands on it. I love the smell of fresh cut wood. So I converted half of my garage to a wood shop, and I love to get my children in there. My daughter actually made something with her own hands for her mother for Mother's Day. Very happy to have her in the shop with me.
Uh,
Um,
that's great.
Other than that, I love to be outdoors.
Yeah,
Love to be outdoors, running with my dog, and so.
this is a good time
Sorry,
to be
I
up.
broke up there.
What's the reason you're looking for a position now, Joe? What happened at the last company?
Transparent business was a little early for HR because the salespeople were all contractors, and the senior executives are unpaid. They're for the most part investors in the company. I was the final paid person to be there when I left, and they have no recurring revenues. They're required to depend upon their investors, which have been slow to invest more money because we haven't been able to receive any true recurring revenues. Some one-offs here or there, but it's very difficult when you don't pay the sales team. It's hard for them to stay engaged, so the turnover is massive.
Yeah.
That's a real problem for them. I wish them the best. Love the team. Proud of the work I did there, and I hope that they can turn it around and come out of this all better.
Okay. Well, we'll see if we can help you out. I'm going to post this interview onto my LinkedIn page, and I'll going to record this, and you can do the same. We'll provide information as to how to get in touch with you and a copy of the resume as we send this all out. So thanks very much for listening.
Excellent. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Joe. Good job.